Hey everybody, it's your girl Sherry and my co-host Bria.
Hey everybody, it's good to be back again.
She's back, y'all.
Yeah.
So look, we wanted to hop on live because we had to get on and talk about the wedding special, the finale of Love is Blind, called Final Leap. Um, yeah, we got a lot to say, honey. And I mean, I think that everybody will agree it is time for us to let Clay step down as the most hated man on Love is Blind and let Ramses step up and take that honor.
Oh,
Ramses, and we need you to come front and center. Okay? Bria, would you like to go first or shall I?
you can go first. Yeah.
Okay. First off, let me say to everyone that's tuning in, welcome. If you're new, we do reality TV recaps like we're about to do now for Love is Blind. We also do pop culture and interviews. So go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe and share, and slide in our comments so we can talk about this. But last night, as we opened up, Marissa and Ramses are in turmoil, in conflict. And we come to find that Ramses, after being oh so sure that he was going to get married, just 2 days later, now has decided that he just can't. He's not sure. A conversation with a relative. It, we're going to get into that, but just let me say what I have to say with Mr. Ramses. First of all, when I watched that poor child um, be heartbroken the way that she was, because spoiler alert, they do not get married. Ramses decides that he cannot go through with the wedding, despite the many times we've all watched her say, "Are you sure that you want to get married? Are you sure?" And each time he absolutely would say, "I'm absolutely sure. I love you." So on yesterday, because of a conversation, he decided that he could not go forward with the wedding. Um, and we watched her plead with him, ask him repeatedly, was he sure, and become a shell of herself. Um, some of his reasonings made zero sense, but Bria and I will talk about it. Ramses, I think that you are the worst. For you to have given that girl hope, as much as she talked about wedding planning, as much as she asked you repeatedly if you were sure that you would be married, the things that you brought up, she had talked to you about her energy level, the fact that she is a bit high strung, a bit, the issues that you had when she, like every woman that is of age before menopause, that was going through the time of the month where you don't feel like being touched, and PMS, and the fact that the girl had the most horrific drive coming from Baltimore to DC. Traffic is horrendous for those that don't know in the DMV area. All of these things that you already knew, and we bashed Marissa's mom, and yet when we needed her to come on the front line, when she wanted to be calm, we'll get there too, but it was awful what you did. And I watched the episode with my mouth open and literally moved. My heart was broken and tears streamed down my face for that poor woman because, we're past AD and Clay now. We talked about this last season with them too. But to me, this far surpasses that, because she just gone over every bit of that. I mean, I don't know that it far surpasses it, because AD and Clay made it actually to the wedding day, and that's when he let her know. At least he didn't let her get all the way to the point where she got down the aisle. But the fact that she was so blindsided was so heartbreaking. Bria, what I'm gonna let you tell. Let's talk about it, and then we'll get to the bashing.
I I want to start with, on a scale of 1 to 10, how shocked were you really? So,
I wasn't 100% shocked. I'm not gonna lie and say I was, oh my God, blown away that happened, because there was a little cliffhanger in the episode on episode 11 that led me to believe there was trouble in paradise. And because of all the internet sleuths, we knew only 2 couples were going to make it down the aisle.
mhm,
What I was shocked at was how what he said made no sense, and
right.
how he would not bend no matter her accepting everything that he said about her, or about his the fact that he was not unsure about the love. And then there's more to the story that we didn't see when the camera stopped filming, where she was, well, we'll get to that. But
Yeah.
what we're watching, the fact that she was acknowledging the things that he was unsure about, the fact that he realized after speaking to his relative that his ex-wife was more hurt in the divorce, none of that had anything to do
No,
with her.
no.
It was so cowardly and so
Mm,
stupid. I'm so sick of watching these shows
yes.
and them saying they're going to do this experiment and take it serious, only to waste the other person's time.
Right. And I
As
think
much as, yeah, go ahead.
and I think that's what makes me the maddest. It's like you have all of these contestants who come on these shows and, say all these nice words and make you fall in love with them, and then they're not ready, or they're here for clout. And it's like people get craftier and craftier each season, and it is so annoying. Like,
It's
what?
not only,
And like, his reasonings, their misaligned energy and everything like that. She was hype in the pods. The girl
hyper.
squealed. Yes. The girl squealed when you said you were a Cancer Leo. You didn't even know what that means. But she was
Nope.
so excited about it. Like, you saw
Yeah.
that in the pods. And honestly, if I'm misquoting, my apologies, but I want to say that her energy is what drew you to her.
That's what he said.
Yes. And so here we are again, where it's all of these things that the man says that he wants, that he's looking for in a wife, that, he finds. And then these are all of the reasons that, or one of many, that I don't want to be with you anymore. What? Why?
To be honest, I saw a shift when they had their date on the spa boat, the hot tub boat, or whatever they did, and she was saying that she needed him to step up and help her with the wedding planning and things. He seemed to be off put by that.
And
But
that was a big indicator right there that he was not going to move forward much longer. So,
no.
like, I felt awful for her, and that I just wanted to go through that screen and give her a big hug.
Yes.
But a piece of me is like,
Like what?
because no, I'm not saying that, like, I don't feel bad for Marissa, because I do. I just,
You thinking that she didn't pay attention to her red flags?
yes, I think that she, like Ashley,
Oh, there you are.
wanted to, oh, did I go away?
For a
Whatever.
second. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. But like Monica and Ashley, like, she just wanted to be married, and they go, and honestly, it's not their fault, because you go on this show expecting to get married, expecting that this person that you're paired with is ready for marriage.
That's it.
But even still, it's just having to be aware of these red flags, like, with the person that you think is ready for me. It's sad. It is that we have to see this season after season, and they're not taking what we have to say into consideration. It's all about quantity over quality, and it's like, just put them out, and get our views. I really, and I don't know what it would take to stop this, but maybe references. maybe speaking to their exes, maybe a
Maybe.
conversation that ex-fiance could have X'd him out completely from being in the running. I feel like there should be another step.
But could it? Because, that's an opinion of someone you're no longer with, for me,
But even still, if you're able to, if you attract crazy and you have a running theme with all of these exes saying the same, I mean, they can't all be
wrong.
crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
there
I,
are a few more things that they could do to make this a tighter
I feel you.
filter. I don't know. It's
I,
frustrating.
it's frustrating. It was really hard to watch. She said on camera how she was absolutely blindsided, and how do you change in 2 days when you were so sure 2 days ago? And
Yeah.
the thing was, everybody says, "Oh, well, they're up here." This girl was legitimately heartbroken.
Yeah.
That was not acting.
No.
She No, she was
No.
hurt. And what I could not understand is, if what he said, and obviously what he said wasn't true, which makes him even more vile, when he said, "It's not that I'm questioning my love for you," but if he loved her, then what I found out in some research wouldn't have taken place. So what happened with them after we saw, the him basically saying he just couldn't see himself marrying her. He wasn't sure about that, so he wasn't going to go forward with the wedding. She broke down horribly, and it was so heartbreaking when she was like, "Are you sure? Are you sure?
And
Are
that
you
also,
sure?"
it made me sad, but it also made me mad because it's.
But did you hear her say that, "I get it. It's my energy. I've heard this before. They say they're okay with it until they're not. I just want to be chosen. I just want to feel, I want somebody to choose me." It just, at this point, wasn't the same thing as AD, but I mean, it's kind of similar in the stories. You come because you're tired of, and I think even Ashley alluded to it as well, saying, she decided to give this a chance because of the alternative was what was out there. And they were like, yeah, the clearance rack. And yet they're bringing the clearance rack to the show. I mean, these guys were trash bags.
Honestly.
And we're going to add Hannah up in there with the guys, because she was the most emotionally abusive person I've ever seen, and a woman that needed to work on herself. But the sad part is when these things happen, and you start to see just how damaging, like we talked about before, how these shows are to a person's self-esteem, self-worth, and she stated that she was hard down for 6 months. She was heartbroken. She was depressed, sick. When she got to the point that she could, handle a little better, she reached out, or he reached out to her, Ramses did. And they had a conversation on the phone that lasted about 9 hours. And so she asked him, "So do you want to get back together?" His response, "No." So I'm interested to see what he's going to say in his at the reunion. If he loved her, because she even gave him the options of, okay, we don't have to get married. We can just date, or we can just stay fiancés. And then if you don't even want to stay engaged, we can just date. But he seemed to not be having none of it, y'all. So, the consensus is from some of the fans that he came on there just to be casually having sex with someone, which to me seems ridiculous. But
I mean,
yeah.
It just seems like, because he's not an unattractive guy, I'm sure But I feel that a lot of it is for clout, one. Two, just to see if they could do it. Honestly, it seems like some of them just go
Thing is, yeah.
try, see if they can do it. And it's like you're not really ready for your match with someone that is. It's so sad. It is. It's sad. It's
What
very,
makes me the angriest is he stepped in the way when she could have chosen Bowden
yeah,
and possibly have been married.
that too. I would, I'd bet money on it that she'd be
I'd bet
married
money on it too.
if it was Bowden. And
Me
they
too.
had that military connection
Yeah.
because there was also a big shift when they had that military conversation. He wanted her to be ashamed that she was, but she was like, "This is a part of who I am." Like, you knew
And
this.
she was proud, as she should be proud.
As
She
she
should be
should
proud
be.
to be
Right.
a Navy veteran. And that's another thing, as hard as it was to watch, and it was hard to watch, guys, he did her a favor. No
Yeah.
one should be made to feel ashamed of be serving their country. No one should dumb down their personality or their energy level to appease someone. You have to be able to, the person that you marry should be able to be okay with who you are and all of that. That means whether you are moody once a month and don't want to be touched, if your energy's high, you sing in the shower. She's like, I know I like to listen to podcasts more. I sing in the shower. Girlfriend, sing your lungs out. Listen to your podcast. Have your high energy. Listen, you're once a month. If you don't want to be bothered, that's cool too. The right man is going to be good with all that. So, bottom line, Ramses, you just weren't the one. But you, in my opinion, have replaced Clay. Clay, you can now relax and go back to obscurity. You are no longer the most hated man on Love is Blind. Ramsey, you got it, bruh.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it did. That infuriated me. Also, it's like she fought for your right to walk around here looking like that with them two locks in your head.
Yeah, the side rat tail.
Right.
You look ridiculous. And
Right. She's so,
Marissa's mom was
you can
right.
tell.
You look like you came out of straight out of the movie Breaking. Shabadoo.
Right.
Bria, that was before your time.
Well, I don't, but I can only imagine. I can only imagine what that.
Back in the day, he was fine, but that was 80s fine. Yeah. Those that know, if you know, you know.
Like I said,
Slide in the comments and let me know what you think. Shabadoo.
Right. And I get it. The military is associated with some not so great things, but
right,
it's keeping Kim Jong-un from coming over here and telling you, hey, or Kim Jong-il, my bad, if I got them mixed up, but keeping the bad one from coming over here and being like, he needs to cut his hair and look sensible. You can literally be able to express yourself, whatever you want to do, because of people like Marissa. So stop.
Exactly. So, girlfriend, you dodged the bullet. Say, let breaking to the electric boogaloo go. Peace out. All right, we're going to talk about the more positive piece of the finale. We did have 2 weddings. We had Ashley and Tyler, and Taylor and Garrett. And y'all, the weddings were beautiful. I honestly, I thought it was cool. So of course they have the bachelor party and the bachelorette party. I think the guys got the most banging party. The girls got robbed a little bit. I thought they queued up. Yeah. The guys got to go, for those that don't know, to a Washington Wizards game, and Tyler, who was throwing up them layups, though, I wasn't mad at that. Garrett couldn't get it in the rim, but yeah. So
I'm sorry. That scene was so hard. Because that scene pops up right after Marissa is a shell of herself breaking down, and you see scummy, disgusting Tyler to enjoy his bachelor party. Like,
I know it's unfair, and he gets a gem of a woman like Ashley, because Ashley is a gem,
right? With a great partner too. Jesus,
I agree. Look,
they have it so easy, man. I declare they do sometimes.
They got us.
Oh, and because I also want to say something about Hannah too. Apparently, after we watch their reunion, we're going to hear a lot more about Nick and how the way that she was being was literally a defense because he had told her off camera and to many castmates that he was not attracted to her.
Really?
Yes.
That's the tea?
Yes, that's the
Okay,
tea.
bring out the tea now. That's what we're here for.
Literally anyone who would listen, he told.
That's why.
We'll see that at the reunion, apparently.
Ooh. Okay, y'all heard that right. Y'all caught that tea. So Hannah was being hypercritical and emotionally abusive because behind the scenes, he was letting everybody know that that she wasn't it for him, no matter what he said on camera. So he was on camera. He was doing it for the for the cameras. Okay,
but that's what I told you. It gave. I'm trying to make it seem like you're not on my level because you're making me feel.
You're taking me down. So I'm going to get ahead of the narrative.
Right.
And I'm going to show everybody why you weren't good enough for me anyway.
Like,
okay. I get that. I received that. I cannot wait for the reunion. Just a little wee bit more on the Bachelor party versus Bachelorette party. I did find it interesting at the Bachelorette party how Taylor, when she greeted all the girls, it was the I Do crew. And she let them know that her and Ashley were besties in the pod experience, and that the two of them were the type that if there was any red flags or anything, they were quick to shut stuff down. They would delete, block city ladies. He's no longer with us. Types. Once he's gone, he's gone. Yet she did try to pedal back with, however, because it's had to move so soon, we were able to give them some grace. Because I was about to say, no, Taylor, baby girl, you not so much.
Here's the thing. Ashley, I think that both of them are the type to claim that they'll cut you off, but then they'll block you, and then an hour later, when they don't see that you tried to contact them somewhere else, then they'll unblock you and be like, so you really just gonna not care at all? So yeah, that's out. But I get
it. Right. So then we get to the wedding day because there wasn't a whole lot of tea with the Bachelorette party. Like I said, the guys got to go to a Wizards game and be able to come down on the floor at halftime, make the layups. The men, their boys got the suite, the skybox, child. It was giving. The girls got a high class slumber party vibes. I mean, it was cute and all, but it wasn't giving. It was giving the guys the royal treatment.
At most $200 on that whole setup.
No, that's set up because I've looked at that they do that thing for little girls when they have slumber parties. That's a coin. It's just that they were at a game, and for guys that love Tyler loves basketball, that's a thing. I was feeling the excitement. I would have rather been in the bachelor party. I'm okay.
I don't know.
But I digress.
I'm trying to think of the equivalent of what they could do for them on that, but I can't think of.
I don't know. I mean, it could have been at a Usher concert, and they could have brought him on stage.
They could have.
Usher, I mean, you know what I'm saying? He's making his rounds. They could have scheduled it around Usher. Hey, what? Had him on stage, let Usher sing. I don't know, y'all. Slide in the comments. Let us know what you think. But so the wedding days, both of the weddings were absolutely stunning. I thought they both looked beautiful in their gowns. For Ashley, I loved her friend Telly that came through. She was really doing a temperature check with Ashley, making sure that Ashley was ready, that Ashley was aware that, it wasn't going to always be this love bubble at all times. But Ashley's convinced Tyler's the one. And, one of the things that kind of kept resonating with me, that she kept saying that Tyler makes her feel safe. And we don't just mean safe in the physical sense where he physically protects, but protects her heart, which to me makes me sad, because if that were true, then there would be nothing somebody could say about him to her that he wouldn't make sure she knew so that she's not out there looking stupid. So I digress. I don't think he made her he wasn't protecting her in the way that she was so attracted to him for. That was what drew her to him, the fact that he made her feel safe. I felt like that was a shame because in fact, out of everybody, he had the biggest scandal, which also puts her to the forefront. And I think that's a shame. It is a shame. And I just don't see why. And Bria, you have some tea on the Jesse Wu interview. And for those that don't know, Tyler fathered some children with someone that was a friend of his, that was a lesbian, and at the time in a gay marriage. They wanted to have children. He donated his sperm for their first child, which was a boy. That was their son together. He wasn't on that child's birth certificate. However, after the fact, we talked about this in our last live. So if you haven't watched it, you can go back and watch that. But I had a little bit of the clip from Bree Thomas, which is his baby mama. But they made the twins the old-fashioned way, consensual sex, and yeah. And so she came out to, make it be known that he's pretty much abandoned his kids, but he was a part of those kids. They co-parented the children together. And we all know that Tyler basically reduced it to the term sperm babies when he finally came clean to Ashley, which was way later than he should have. And I know that's going to be a big thing on the reunion. So you guys will be watching and certainly coming back to recap that. But apparently, Bree's ex-wife did an interview with the beautiful Jesse Wu. Shout out to Jesse Wu. Bria, give us a little bit of tea on what you found out on that interview.
So yes, in the interview, there was the ex-wife and there was story time with Ricky, who was also the one that broke the story about Tyler having these sperm babies or children, whatever. Children, yes. So it starts basically with the ex-wife just going and saying that, how the babies got here, she's telling the truth on that. Everything else, take it with a grain of salt. Now this is what she's saying. I'm going to say allegedly, but this is out of her mouth. She's abusive. She tried to kill her. That was the last interaction they had. This is what she said now. I'm going to say allegedly, but that Tyler is a serial cheater. When they had the baby shower for Cairo, Tyler was there and his fiance at the time was there, and she did not know that the baby was made with his sperm. She didn't tell him, and that they were actually hooking up at the time as well. So it's a mess. She also says that Bree has developed a little bit of an obsession with Tyler. And so what Ashley is saying about not trusting the source, I believe that lends itself to that. It's messy. It's very messy. And at the reunion, he is going to be pressed about it by the Lachey's, thankfully. So we'll see. We'll see how it all plays out. I want to know what Ashley's thinking, what she's saying. It seems like that's her man. She's going to stick beside him. But girl.
But listen, the tea that I had in the article, somebody had grabbed an Instagram post where she went at it with a fan that posted on her Instagram about how Tyler was foul. And she was saying, you guys don't have all the information yet. They also had said something about, her not wanting someone to freeze their eggs. It was a weird thing that somebody was trying to clown her, and she basically said, look, did I not say that I'm all for someone helping a couple have children? Mm-hmm. And then she did say that to the fan that said, well, girl, come on, that man is foul. And she said, make sure that you have all of the information because what's out there is not authenticated and real. before you speak against, but she used the word castmate, y'all. She said, before you speak against my castmate. So I don't know if that's a clue that she may have taken space. Ashley lets the ladies know that she's waited a long time for this. She didn't think that they would come. That all that stuff makes me sad because now she's in the midst of this messiness. Ever since this stuff has come out, it has equally as affected her. Mm-hmm. So again, yes, we can't wait till the reunion, and we'll be back to recap and discuss that. Now we'll talk about Taylor and Garrett. It was giving beautiful wedding. Absolutely. It was still giving that his mother, Garrett's mother, to me. I felt like at the nth hour, she was hoping he would change his mind. I don't know. What did y'all think? Did y'all receive that? Did y'all get that vibe? Or was it just a mom that was, concerned because it does happen quick? I did my research. They're in the pods for 10 days. And when they come out of the pods engaged, they have 28 days till they walk down the aisle. So
I think that, because I don't know, it could go either. It could be that she has some prejudices, but
we said that last week.
But it could also be, that is, it's a quick experiment. We've seen season after season people come up here for all the wrong reasons. So, I get being skeptical. Sure. And maybe she's just someone who is just a skeptical person, period. And she just, until she really knows you, she probably isn't going to be. However, I will say this. If Taylor and Garrett have children, she's going to need to fix her face and get it together, because Taylor seems like the type that if she don't feel comfortable, her kids don't feel comfortable either. So
okay, I bet we'll see a shift then. But
sure.
Garrett, I loved the scene with Garrett and Taylor's dad. I thought that was
so heartwarming. Oh my goodness.
It was very heartwarming. And the fact that he lost his brother, Taylor. Look, I think the two of them, out of maybe, we've seen some great couples in the past. I think they'll be one of the ones that'll always be fan favorites. I could be wrong because, honey, I'm wrong a lot. But I see Taylor and Garrett really making it and being those couples that come back whenever they do that cringy thing and bring the couples back.
Yes, they'll be that couple.
I think so.
Yes. I am praying it's not Ashley and Tyler. Please don't let it be them. Jesus.
You know what? Let's predict. I'm gonna give you my predict. I think she's still with him. Your prediction, Bria?
I think she is too, much to my dismay. But like I said, she seems like, I want to be a wife. I want to be a husband. It doesn't matter what that looks like. I want that title. And it's mine now, and I'm not giving it back. So,
and we're just going to work through it together. That's what it's given.
It's mine. And
what do y'all think out there? Y'all talk to us in the comments. Let us know what you think. This episode was, just a little over an hour. I've seen in the fan groups, a lot of people feel like their time was wasted. They felt like the season was trash. I did not feel that way. I enjoyed it. I anticipated we're going to see, the statistics on Love is Blind it's gotten very slim.
Oh yeah.
If we don't see a change in that, they're going to see a massive dip in ratings because people are not here for it. However that looks, vetting process, like Bria said, whatever, it seems like the producers find these people on Instagram and ask them to come on. And to me, that's a big no-no. That's right.
Those are Jesus, I cannot talk. That is where some of the biggest clout chasers are located. So go back to the drawing board. Try again. It's not working. It's not. But y'all, we're really not going to hold you. We just wanted to hop on and give our thoughts on the finale episode. Like I said, the biggest takeaway was Ramses is now the most highly disliked male on the Love is Blind franchise.
Child, y'all got to tune in next. We'll come back next week. The reunion starts next Wednesday. It's going to drop, y'all. Y'all, I know you're going to be watching. So will we. I have a prediction. Like I said, that Ashley's still with Tyler, but we're going to get a lot of tea, and hopefully, because I've said this last time too, Bria and I both had, we thought Vanessa should be gone from the hosting list, but she is not going anywhere. Let's see if they can get through an interview without it being cringy and stupid. I don't know. One of our suggestions was, and I thought I heard that what's her name was going to start doing it. Remember? Who? The couple from God. The couple that the black soccer player and the blonde.
Kwame and Chelsea?
I heard or read that Chelsea was going to start hosting, that she had gotten a deal with
writing for the show.
Oh, no. It's writing?
No, is it writing or casting?
No, it's casting. Casting. You're right. Casting. Okay. My bad. It was wishful thinking. Not that I very much care
Chelsea, for her. Chelsea, now, Chelsea. Because you hear what we're saying. You hear us, right? Do better.
Do better.
Vet. Make sure you are bringing quality candidates up there and stop.
It's candidates that really want to be married. And what really is so annoying is there were so many people that were in that pod experience that didn't get camera time that probably would have took it more serious. They're picking wrong.
Yes.
Or they're picking so that we're up here arguing because it gets people watching and talking about it. So I don't know.
It's a vicious cycle. It really is. So.
Well, guys, that's pretty much what we have for this episode and recap of Love is Blind, the finale. Come back next week and we will be recapping the reunion and all the tea and all the internet sleuthing we can do with what we come up with and what we find out, y'all. And whatever is not addressed, we're going to come and bring some receipts and talk about it. So you guys have to come back. Also, while you're here, let me just tell you tonight at 8:00 Eastern Time, the interview is going to be dropping of the fourth part of Design Your Wealth Mind set, the financial series we have been doing over here. We have Miss Carolyn Leak. She'll be on the interview talking about procrastination, how to overcome it so that we can reach our goals. Y'all, it was a really good interview. She's very knowledgeable and she just has a piece about her, and she has some amazing tips with time management. Because, honey, listen, we all can use that. So much more that you can achieve in a day when you're conscious of how to manage your time and to break the cycle of procrastination. So y'all come on back at 8:00 Eastern Time and enjoy that interview, and come back on Monday for Bravo Monday. Make sure you come back for Love is Blind. Like I said, we'll be back next week to talk the reunion. So as always, thanks for tuning in. And Bria, I'm going to let you have the final words.
All right. I see you. I love you. I'm grateful for you. And I'm thankful for you. And I will see you all next time. Bye.
All right, guys. Bye. Hey.